Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a good start to the weekend. My name is Dr. Yabo. I'm a lifestyle blogger, a speaker, a board certified pediatrician and physician entrepreneur. I'm an author. My book, Permanent Happiness, is on Amazon. And if you haven't read it, maybe you should get it this weekend. It's a really good read. You can review all the reviews on Amazon. So if you haven't read it, it's called Permanent Happiness, and it's a very short read, but as I've heard from people, it's very empowering and enlightening. I'm also a speaker, and I'm on the medical board of Flow Health, and I'm a life coach for women. So I'm coming on this morning to talk about a few things. Don't forget that my second Tea Time series with Dr. Yabo is coming up this Sunday with the amazing Larry Olushola, better known as the Catalyst. He is a very, very experienced coach. He's very intuitive, very, you should see all his qualifications, but I just feel he's so good with the psychology of the human mind, how it works. Maybe you should just hear him speak. He's really, really intuitive and very talented in his work. So he's coming on Sunday, and we're discussing men empowerment. Do men also need support in life? So this is not going to be male bashing or man bashing at all. We're just going to talk constructive, and we'll have some fun as well, and try to understand the men in our lives better, or at least the incoming men for those who are still single. So this is going to be wonderful. Tell your friends, tag your friends, and don't miss it. It's going to be on my page on Instagram Live at 1 p.m. on Sunday Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. West African Time. So don't miss it. And I'm also going to ask a favor. When you're sharing the posts and graphics about my Tea Time series, please use the hashtag Tea Time with Dr. Yabo, because this series is going to continue by God's grace. In September, I have 3 amazing topics and people coming on. The plan with this really was just to do it every other Sunday, but I had some amazing people that signed up for Sundays in between, and I just couldn't say no. So yes, so please join me and keep following me just so that you don't miss any of these Tea Time series, and sign up for my newsletter also so you don't miss them. So Sunday, please, let's make it a date. Get your favorite cup of tea ready and your scones ready. So that's one. And then number 2 is I thank you all for the engagement on the post that I posted yesterday with myself and my husband about not us women changing our mindset and remembering that men are just not meant to be solely our financial providers. Men serve many other roles in our lives, and as women step out and start to get more empowered and strive for financial freedom and strive for financial independence, we can't have our cake and eat it. You know what that saying means. So, you can't have your cake and eat it. If you want an equal partner who's going to support you with everything in life, then you also have to help financially. Because I think the societal norm, the cultural norm and mindset before was that, the man should be the provider for money, and the woman take care of the home, the kids, this, that, and some women even still worked. So if you want an equal partner, make sure that what you're looking for when you meet a man is not what are his qualifications, is he a doctor or whatever, how much can he earn, how much can he make, how can he support me, can he, we're going to live in a big mansion, or do I ride a big car? Look, money isn't everything, wealth isn't everything, all those are material things. You're going to get tired of them. And if you live in the biggest mansion in the world and you're not happy and you don't have a supportive partner, what's the point? Okay, so I'm glad that you guys all thought it was useful. I've been blushing looking at all the comments. It seems like you guys really enjoyed the post. I haven't had the time to go and reply to each comment. I do that, but I will find some time today to go and engage with you guys on the post. So thank you all for the engagement. It just shows that our relationships are life building blocks. Like I always say, our relationships are so crucial to our happiness. So that's why we have to be mindful and intentional about who we choose to marry, and also the friends in our lives. You know, if it's they're so important in our life, in our happiness and our peace and fulfillment, then we need to be really mindful about those we allow in our space as well as friends. So you guys be careful out there. Use your intuition, use your gut. If your gut is telling you this friend isn't a true friend, zip up your mouth. You don't have to tell them everything about your life. So there you go. I'm glad about that post. So that's number two. The third thing is prices go up tonight at midnight, 12 o'clock midnight, going into Saturday Eastern Standard Time for my conference. If you're still procrastinating, you have time to sign up. I mean, tickets will be on sale until just a few hours before the conference, but they're going up tonight. So make sure you sign up if you're still procrastinating. The main reason why I'm doing this video today is, you know me, I always have feelings and whispers and intuition and just a feeling in my heart to discuss something. But it's so funny that this morning as I was drinking my tea, something just came into my consciousness and said I should address doctors and nurses and people in the healthcare field about how they can be a source of leadership and blessing in these hard times. It's funny that usually doesn't come to me, but for some reason I was drinking my tea on my balcony outside, you know, in my quiet space. And this is why I always talk to people. You remind people that you must have some quiet time every day. I have, you know, a burst of quiet time all through the day just so that I can hear from God or I can hear myself. But if you're constantly watching TV on the internet or with people around you or with kids, and those of you with young kids, I understand, but you still have to carve out a time during the day where you're quiet so you can hear from God, because God talks to us all the time. And I've trained myself to actually listen to what he's saying, especially if all of a sudden I just get this feeling and it's not something I was reading before. So if it's totally unrelated to anything I've been doing. But anyway, so basically the feeling I had was that the voices of us in the healthcare field are really needed these days to help people, because these are hard times. And I'll tell you why and how that feeling came to me. So basically, if you're in the healthcare field, if you're a doctor or a nurse or a psychologist, anybody in the healthcare field, you've been around people even before the COVID pandemic, but more so now. You've been around people that are hurting. You've been there front line, first line, and you have heard these stories. You felt their emotions, you felt their pain. So you are in the best situation to come out and speak to people, to give them hope, to encourage them, to let them know that it's all going to be okay. Because I believe that all doctors and nurses are born healers, especially if they love their job. There's some people who are in the profession who don't really love what they're doing. I love being a doctor, even though now I'm doing more of what I'm doing, but I still believe what I'm doing now, speaking, holding conferences, being a life coach, being an author and a blogger, I still believe it's part of my healing life, because I believe that somehow I was put on this earth to heal people. And I believe most doctors, you know, more than 90% of doctors are also born healers, probably even empaths. I know I'm an empath because I always feel, and I have to be careful about that, but I feel people's emotions. I'm very intuitive, even if they're not beside me. But anyway, so the main thing I want to say is I want to encourage you and actually challenge the doctors and nurses out there. And I know there's many of you who've probably been having this calling in your heart, but because of one reason or the other, you're shy, you're self-conscious, or you're too busy. I know, being a doctor, I know how busy we get, but there's so many people hurting in this world now that we need more voices. We need more healing voices. We need more empathetic voices that can come out, even if it's just a short 4-5 minute video, just to let people know that I hear you, I see you, I'm a doctor, I'm around people every day who are hurting, but just hang in there. There's hope. This is going to pass. I've seen many people recover. Just give tips. And if your calling is to give tips about nutrition, about how to, increase the immunity through nutrition, or how to meditate, or how to walk, whatever it is. But I'm challenging you. So this message may be for somebody in particular today. And every time I do a video, a few people message me and say, oh gosh, that message was for me. So this message may be for somebody, and I believe there's probably people out there who need to hear your specific voice. Because we all have our niche, we all have people who follow us, we all have our communities, we all have our friends. I'm probably not able to reach people that you can reach. So remember that our voices are needed. Like my pastor Andy Stanley said at Buckhead Church, leaders are really needed in this time. It's when times are really hard and times are stressful and times are so uncertain that we need leaders. So if you're still hiding, you doctors and nurses out there, we need your healing voices. So you need to come out and start to do videos virtually, or start to call your friends, your neighbors, however you want to reach out. But the calling in my heart today was for doctors and nurses to come out and start doing the work. The day that somebody tells you, let me tell you something, the day that somebody tells you that because of your voice or because you reached out to them, they decided not to take their lives, they'd been planning to commit suicide, and because of you, they decided against it, that's the day you'll never stop speaking. For me, that was my turning point. That's when all my shyness and everything went away. When this lady last year on LinkedIn told me that she'd been scrolling through my LinkedIn page, she went to my blog to read several of my blog posts, and because I gave her so much hope and she just felt my spirit was so bright, she decided to just give herself a chance. She'd been thinking of taking her own life. I'm telling you, I can show you that message. I just don't want to put it out there because I don't want her to see it and then remember. I want to give her that respect. But the day that somebody tells you that is the day you'll know. There's how many billion people in the world? 7 billion. None of us can reach everybody. So if you're being called in your heart to do it, better come out and do it. And it doesn't have to be for money. I don't get paid for any of this. But it's so refreshing to my heart when I get all your messages and you tell me about how it's made a difference in your life. Money will come. You guys just relax. God is our provider. Money will come. But first, we're called on this earth for a purpose, to touch other people. So doctors, nurses, social workers, physiotherapists, all of you, dentists, I keep forgetting dentists. Those of you who are in the medical field, there's a call for you guys to step out, because people will listen to you because they know you're already in the healing space. And this is no disrespect to anybody else out there, but the calling I got in my heart this morning in my quiet time as I stepped out onto my balcony was that Dr. Yabo put out a call to the people in the healthcare field that people need to hear from them. So there may be somebody out there today who's so depressed and who's so down in the dumps and is on your page, not on my page, and needs to hear your voice. So put your makeup on, your lipstick, all of that, and start doing these videos or posts to encourage people. It doesn't have to be a video. If you're not yet feeling like you can put yourself out there in video, put up a post to start to encourage people. Let's not get too wrapped up only in our offices and in our clinics and hospitals reaching out to people. The world is vast. So if somebody from Kenya, yesterday I actually received a message from a lady in Nairobi, Kenya, who told me on her DM that I really just, inspired her with my message, and she's been going through stuff for 12 years in her marriage, but that she wished that she met me before that time and she knew all this wisdom, but it's never too late. So somebody somewhere may need to hear your voice today. So please step out. In times like this, we need you. So that's all for today. I love you all. I hope to see you on Sunday on my page with The Catalyst. Take care. Have a lovely Friday. Bye bye.